We're coming to you live from Kira's cell phone desk on the couch with breaking news. This just in.
Apparently, it's not breaking news, but it's Sean Spicer.
Oh, it's just broken.
Broken, yes. So, our press secretary, Sean Spicer, spent 5 years in a Twitter war with the CEO of Dippin Dots. All over.
5 years in a Twitter war.
On the basis.
With Dippin Dots.
Wait. On the
with
basis.
Dippin Dots.
Wait, that's not even the best part. On the basis that Dippin Dots.
You gotta pause for effect.
I can't breathe.
The whole thing. His reason for his 5-year Twitter war. Go ahead.
Dippin' Dots are not the ice cream of the future.
Dippin' Dots are not the ice cream of the future.
I can't even deal with this. If Dippin'
It's the least futuristic ice cream ever, period.
So, on September 7th of 2015, he tweets...
Nope, I forgot I wasn't wearing a shirt, sorry.
If Dippin' Dots was truly the ice cream of the future, they would not have run out of vanilla.
Period.
If
Dippin' Dots was the ice cream of the future, they would have had the most vanilla ever, period.
So, the CEO has offered an olive branch to end this 5-year Dippin' Dots are not the future ice cream. Wait, it gets better. He offered to send the White House free Dippin' Dots, saying that the company could afford to treat the White House and the press corps to an ice cream social.
Seeing how as they are, the ice cream of the future.
He also cracked a funny, "We've seen your tweets and would like to be friends rather than foes. After all, we believe in connecting the dots." I think this is the best thing I've seen all day.
Boy, they laughed so hard they fucking knocked the water cooler over on that one.
It's making me want some damn ice cream. I want some Dippin' Dots.
Jeez.
Dippin' Dots are awesome. So, yeah. 5 years.
Anyway.
5 years in this war. Dippin' Dots.
So, in case you haven't heard, Donald Trump going to build a wall.
And Mexico's going to reimburse us for it.
Nobody's going to build it or pay for it. Because, what contractor is going to build a wall that nobody's going to pay for? And what's the other thing? Man, try a little more. A guy named Schultz is going to challenge Merkel in the election. Border wall. Trump.
Voter fraud investigation.
Oh, yeah, he's saying he's going to launch the voter fraud investigation. And he's addressed the Department of Homeland Security today. I'm going to catch that.
His daughter, Tiffany, and what's his face?
Bannon.
Yeah, him. They are both registered to vote in more than one state. Yes,
and
please.
That's special.
Let's go ahead and do this investigation in voter fraud. Are you going to admit you lost yet? Probably not. But,
Yeah, what about that, Russian science vessel that went along the coast a couple years back and did all the preliminary probing to do scalar wave hacking against our election system? I mean, scalar wave hacking of a USB port, for instance. Basically modulate a resonant frequency and just make it think something plugged into it. That's all that you had to do to get these massive crowds of women that were in Pennsylvania just to, not have their votes counted. And in Florida. And in Michigan. Just, well. Did they have electronic voting machines in Michigan?
I'm not sure.
I know they had a lot of propaganda and a whole lot of Russians. But it's not like several of the places I said there were, just Russian kind of fucking hanging out. Recently got kicked the fuck out of the country. Had about 7,000 people at the inauguration, other than, actual government officials, personal invitees, the House and Senate. Well, most of the House, the Senate. I mean that's the first 1,000 people that are up there in the front of the crowd. And then you look at the picture. There's just about 5 little groups of 1,000, and another little group of about 3,000. Minus the 1,000. What do you got?
Eureka.
About I would say probably, and I did do some counting of all the individual people that are scattered here and there. It's about 800 people. So 7,800. 7,800 people at the inauguration. I mean, the fact of the matter is, most of his activity is on Twitter, and he's got a quarter of the followers on Twitter, and they've gone up considerably just since the election. Actually, just since I've been on Twitter, which is really weird. Because when I landed on Twitter, it was like a fucking bombshell went off. The resistance exploded because I made this one tweet. And it was basically saying, if you're happy that Donald Trump won, you're a traitor. I forgot what the exact words were. If you're happy that Donald Trump won after knowing that, Russians installed him, you're no longer a patriot, you're a traitor.
Can't be a traitor. We signed.
Because there literally are people who are happy that Russia helped somebody defeat Hillary. And like, the lack of fucking comprehension of just basic Russian tactics is fucking astonishing. The way Russia helped him was by making you think Hillary was evil. Just play it all in your head. When was one investigation regarding fucking Benghazi where the Russians were trying to build a goddamn airbase? When in one of those investigations was Russia mentioned?
On our channel.
Oh yeah, our channel. Truth's coming out. Then you can do to stop it. It's called God's Will.
Gonna let it show. I'm coming out. Sorry.
So, turns out that limo that was destroyed and burnt was by a Muslim immigrant, according to the news. It was, belonged to the limo. The limo was rented by or belonged to a Muslim immigrant. That's funny.
Like, funny, haha, or...
I think it's funny, because obviously that's going to be framed to, oh, you were protesters, how dare you. Well, how about think about that for a second. What kind of Muslims support Donald Trump?
Eh, especially after today.
Yeah, he's done
Yeah, he
the
signed the
internet ban thing.
immigration thing where nobody, so anybody from a Muslim country who has a U.S. visa who is not here cannot come back. Um, Nobody from Muslim countries are gonna get a visa. And there was something else, but I can't remember what it
That's
was.
fucked up.
Yeah, it really is. It's freaking ridiculous. Next thing you know, baby, I'm gonna get a letter in the mail saying they're deporting me. My citizenship's not gonna be valid anymore.
Understand this: those people that were saying they were Muslims for Trump, those are his corrupt business associates in those areas. America does business in Saudi Arabia basically to try to keep the Russians from doing business there. Look at the map. I found it very interesting. The map that Rachel Maddow showed of the places where the B 2 bomber has been used. Every single one of those places has just a little bit of a story with Russia. The Cold War never, ever, ever, ever came close to ending. I need to trim my nose hairs, which is why I'm just like itchy as fuck right now. I need to like do something about all of this. All of this has gotten way out of hand. Just as it's like it's fucking flossing the camera right now. It's so fucking. I don't know what I meant by that.
Me either.
Says your face.
Says your multiple faces. I don't care if you don't have multiple faces because I see multiple faces.
That's just one of the weird things our kids say. I don't understand it.
Me either, but it's fun to say.
Oh, now we've both said stupid shit. Oh
Woohoo!
no. At least we're equal.
Oh.
So, I made a post earlier on Twitter.
You don't
A tweet. No, I don't. A tweet. I made a fucking post on Twitter. It's a post. You know, like goddamn.
say.
Fucking. I have an aversion to stupid shit. Sorry. It's just it hurts me. Tweeting. Quit being a faggot. Suck that dick. Um. Basically, Islamofascists don't respect gay people, women, um, freedom, freedom of speech. You know, like uh, minority races, cultures, and religions. Oh wait, I meant Republicans. And earlier today I was thinking about trying to reach out to Paul Ryan again. Like, you know, he's a sultan, right? He's a fucking. That's how he works. That's how he operates by works. Okay, he is a sultan. He's an oligarchical Islamofascist. No matter what he calls himself, he is by action an Islamofascist. Not Paul Ryan, Donald Trump. And I was just thinking about, making the whole Donald the Bongo case again to Paul Ryan. And it's just, what the fuck is the point anymore? Those people in their hearts. They might as well be praying 5 times a day and making their women dress in fucking paper bags and shit or whatever. What do they wear? Trash bags, not paper bags. Wrong kind of wrong kind of oppressive shit. Yeah. I mean, if they wore paper bags, how would you be able to sneak them around? Crink and crink, crink, crink. Anyways, so some rich, sultany, apathetic, doesn't care about entire groups of refugees in need. Just thinks they're all fucking terrorists because actual Muslims. There's actual Muslims that think like that. Oh yeah, not just that's more likely than he's completely corrupt and complicit with the whole Russian Islamo-fascist oligarchy.
Not to mention he's batshit crazy.
I mean, doesn't Donald Trump act like somebody who a very reasonable Muslim would trust? Because that's your argument if you don't believe what I'm telling you. Think about it. That's why you're supposed to judge people by their works. Someone says I'm a fucking Christian. They're probably telling the truth because, you have to really have a chip on your shoulder to put fucking in there. If someone says I'm a Christian, they're 50-50. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. What have they done for Christ lately? How do they act? How do they treat people? Above all else, how do they treat other people? How do they treat their enemies? I'm not talking about the way he treats Putin, because clearly that's not even his enemy. We're his enemy. You're his enemy. I don't care if you think you work for him. You're his enemy. And he's gonna chew you up and spit you out like a old nasty chunk of broccoli.
I still can't deal with the word broccoli. When your dad came to visit.
What?
You said broccoli.
What about broccoli?
Remember when your dad came to visit, we had Chinese food, and he ordered broccoli, and we took off running for our lives?
Oh, okay. I don't really get it.
You said broccoli, and I can't think of broccoli. I have not moved past that yet. You're not fucking retarded.
I'm confused. I'm genuinely confused about broccoli. There's a lady I know. And if I didn't know her, she'd be the lady. I didn't know.
Would be somebody that you used to know.
No. Fuck my shit up, man. That lady, she went to the store. She bought some broccoli.
Did she sing a song?
She brought it home. And now she's chopping broccoli.